Hey, Landria here. So if you have downsized, like many of us have, maybe you're thinking, ew, I have all this stuff. And if you work from your home, you're thinking, now what do I do about my office space? Well, I just moved from a two-bedroom to a one-bedroom. I never thought in my life I would be doing that, but it has been an amazing experience. But here was the issue. That second bedroom, which was a master, was actually a lounge and a office space for me. But here's the problem. I spent all my time in there. So my living room was sitting there by itself, and I realized if I had one open combined space, how cool would that be? I'd use it, I would feel cozy in it, I could entertain and work in that same space, which I do want. Now, you might say, well, okay, that's a problem because I have a messy desk, but I'm going to show you what I did to remedy that situation. It may not work for you, but you might do a variation, be able to do a variation of this. So, welcome to Chic Sustainability. So welcome to my home, and I'm going to take you on a tour of the many spaces and ways you can be sustainable and also have a beautiful chic space. We're going to do makeup, we're going to do hair. In fact, I decided that I was going to show you how I actually cut my hair. Yeah, it actually takes 5 minutes. I'll show you. That's going to be one of my upcoming videos, so stay tuned for that. Now, you're going to save a lot of money with all of the things that I show you. You're going to save animals, our planet. You're going to detox in a way that you never thought possible, and you're actually going to save money. Oh, these things are expensive. No, they're actually not. We use less, higher quality, beautiful things. I'm going to introduce all those to you. All right, so let's talk about these spaces that we have that are very small. So I'm going to show you my living room, my living space. I have a television. I generally don't like a television out, but I'm doing it this time. I have a small one, and I had it in my office, and I thought, what the heck? I want to be able to do this. You can see my little easel there for my camera. So this is my living space, and it actually seats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 people, and then I have at least 4 that can sit outside. But here's the fun part. I have a dining space here, and yeah, instead of putting the table here, I have a really cool area here, open kitchen. You have to have an open space generally to do that, not necessarily be shocked at how little room you need to do this. I took my 8-person farm table, yep, that seats 8 people, and I put it up against the wall, and it functions as my desk. Now, why is that? Now, how many times do you use some big old formal table? Probably not very often. Do you even eat at your dining table? I never do. A lot of people, they sit around my space here in my kitchen, and then I'm thinking, well, I need that table for entertainment. So what I did is I put it out here so that when people come, I just quickly remove my business stuff, and I put all kinds of things on it. I'll show you pictures of that here. This is how I entertain. And so I use all my spaces wisely, right? So what I want to do is show you what I do here. Now let's, as you can see, I use a lot of really low light lamps and lighting. I think it's chic, and I like that high-end hotel lobby look. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I love. Now, what do you do with all the extra paperwork and things? And you don't want it sitting on your desk. So what I do is, you see I have a printer there. I generally don't have that. My little ring lighting is there. Those things can disappear literally in 60 seconds. And here's how I do it. I have other chairs I can pull out and pull around here if I need to use that. And actually, I could have people sit here. We could have 3, 4 people sitting here, 3 here and 1 on the end. But here's what I do. I have little seating that I put underneath with baskets. Isn't that pretty? So when I need anything, I simply pull this basket out and I've got my stuff. And now if you have more than that in a basket, you need to go through your paperwork. And then I have a little filing box that goes in a closet for the things I really need, because most of the stuff we use nowadays is coming straight off of computers. And of course I have a nice little hard drive here. And so my documents are on here. So if for some reason I needed documents, I can scan them. I've got a nice little Epson scanner here. I'm going to put these links here. This one is great. It was so inexpensive. It scans, it does double-sided scanning, it does excellent printing. The price was great. So let me just show you a couple things here. You know, I sit and I tell, are you an entrepreneur? Yeah, you're going to take notes. So I hide, well, this would go away if I got rid of my ring light, but I hide all of my good stuff behind this big, beautiful piece of art, which I just lean up against the desk, all right? Now, you know I'm into big things, and I have the 3-item rule. You don't want more than 3 major items on here. So I've got 2 lamps and my horse. All right, I'm not counting this backdrop here. 2 lamps and a horse. You get more stuff on there. It just looks cluttered, and I like big statements. It makes a room actually look bigger. Now, so what do I do with all my stuff? So you don't want pens and things all over the place. So you want to get a nice little holder and drop everything in there. Just keep it nice and neat. And then you've got your computer, and that's about it, right? What else do you need? And then again, you got some papers, throw them underneath here in your little basket. I need to get another one here. I've got my water, same thing. Everything I do, I want it to look pretty. So I have my pitcher of water there. I've got my little holder for my phone. That's it. That's it. You don't need a lot of stuff, right? So what are you doing right now that is really just clutter? And how can you do double duty in your space for entertainment and your workspace? Because here's the thing. I mean, take a look at this. If you've got a nice view, you don't want to be stuck in some little office, right? You want to enjoy this space. And here I have never been so happy in a workspace and living space combined than I am here. And this is the smallest place I've ever lived in. I never thought I could function in a place this small, but it has made me so happy. All right, so you're using your spaces. It's time for us to use our spaces. All right, how much space do you have in your home that's just, you're not using it? And is it just more work for you? Maybe you need to think about upgrading. What's upgrading? Well, for me, it was location and less work, less, let's just say, maintenance on everything. And I realized this living room that I have out here overlooking the bay is my calming space. It's about the energy and the feeling of the space. Small spaces can do that for you. So if you're looking to simplify your life, if you're looking to eliminate the square footage that you don't need, and take that money and use it for something. For me, I have 4 businesses. I just launched another one, online business, and I put my money into that because that's going to be my biggest return. And the joy that I gain from this office space is super important. So go down into my description. You can find some of these items down there. You can explore my Amazon store where I choose small business owners that do sustainable, vegan, non-toxic products. I actually just went through and eliminated anything that came in a container if I have an option to do something else, like toothpaste bits instead of anything that comes in a tube. I'm going to share more of this for you because when you detox your life, you're going to lose weight. It's just not going to be an issue anymore. You're going to sleep better. We're going to explore all this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. If you like my haircut, I'll show you some little things you can do. Even if you don't have thick hair like I do, there's a way to do something really cool, and I'm going to show you in the next video. So I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in a world of chic sustainability. Take care.